Hi, my name is Amara Graham, developer advocate at Kestra. Every workflow will eventually hit a failure, a flaky API, a temporary outage, a bad data payload, and we want to handle these gracefully. In this final tutorial video, we'll cover Kestra's built-in tools for error handling, the errors property, retries, and namespace level alerting. By default, if any task fails, Kestra stops the execution and marks it as failed, but you have much more control than that. The errors property lets you define one or more tasks to run before the flow terminates. You can use it to trigger a notification or do some cleanup. The task inside errors run sequentially, just like regular tasks. In our example, we add an alert using the Slack plugin. The message includes the flow name, ID, and execution ID to help your team quickly locate the issue. And it looks a little something like this. You can see our errors property, our ID and type, and then the information that we need to pass to Slack to send that message. Let's actually jump back to the top of our flow and talk about retries, as many failures are transient, like an API that's temporarily down. So every task in Kestra supports a retry property. For our example, on our API, we want to do something that looks a little bit like this. We have a retry with a type of constant. We have an interval that we want to run for 20 seconds. We want this max duration to go for 1 hour and our attempts, max attempts, to be 10. Once this is hit, it will then send that Slack message that we configured earlier. Flow level error handling is great for targeted alerts, but if you want to be notified about any failures across an entire namespace, there's a cleaner approach, a dedicated monitoring flow. This means one centralized monitoring flow can watch over all of your other flows. No need to add an errors block to each one individually, and this is actually the recommended pattern for production environments. So we can take a look at our flows here. We can leave this page for now, clear our filter, and find our system level alerting here. And you can see that this is listening to our company.team namespace and specifically for those failed or warning executions. So together, these tools let you build workflows that are production ready, not just prototype ready. And that actually wraps up our Kestra tutorial series. You've now covered all of the core building blocks: flows, tasks, inputs, outputs, triggers, flowable tasks, and error handling. From here, you can explore the plugins library to connect Kestra to your own tools and systems, check out a few blueprints, dive into our architecture docs, or start deploying to production. Thanks for following along.